Welcome to the 2022 Halloween Pirate Radio Activity Report. I do this every year. I've been doing it many years, and I know a lot of you like to watch it every year, so I keep doing it. I try to capture some pirate radio activity on Halloween and see what's going on the shortwave radio bands. So we're going to do that again this year, and I know many of you watch this every year. I appreciate that very much. And you know who you are, I know many of you, and I want to give a special shout out to Patrick. I know he's going to be monitoring in his shack trying to capture some signals tonight also. So let's see what we can capture this year. And here's a photo that Patrick sent me of his monitoring station for Halloween. Thanks, Patrick. The weather is very nice this year on Halloween, up in the 60s this afternoon. For reception here in the shack tonight, I'll be using an off-center fed 80-meter dipole, as well as my Yaesu HF transceiver, and SDR Play RSPDX software-defined receiver using SDR Uno software. I'm just checking the bands out here. It's late in the afternoon, about 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and nothing's showing up here yet. And here we have someone on 6925 kilohertz upper sideband. Haven't been able to ID that one yet. At 040 UT. I will be capturing a lot of signals I won't be able to identify, but if you can help me identify them, leave a comment below. And another station on 6955 kilohertz, 052 UT. Haven't identified it yet. Not sure on this one.
Sounds best on XFM. Apparently, word has reached me that Mix Radio is now carrying us on 6865 upper sideband. So the Three Musketeers are alive once again. So that's pretty cool. Yes, you did get to hear. Fresno heard some money talks from the Ellen Parsons Project. Excellent. MDK2 says seems to be mixed relaying XFM, same audio as 4185. Big signal here. Thanks for the relay. Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir. See, Big Al saying paralleling 5185 and 4185. Much better signal here on 6865. Thanks for the simulcast tonight. Sounds great. Yes, indeed. Just got an email from Steve Olson. He says, hello, Renat. Happy Halloween to you and the professor. Been enjoying your show very much using the C crane with the whip antenna. Signal is booming in here with excellent audio while having some seasoned chicken drummies that were air fried. So good. Or whichever corner of the World Wide Web you happen to call home. If it's outside of those four, you might want to send me an email and make sure that I didn't miss it, because sometimes I do.
6930 kilohertz. And this is in upper sideband mode.
And listening to the voice of hell. And now on the voice of hell in the Federal City is Dr. James Scott. Okay, Dr. James Scott is spreading the message of hell.
And just from up from that a little ways, another station here. On 6950 upper sideband mode. Just up a little ways from the other station. Voice of Hell. And this station's playing some eerie sounds. Haven't been able to ID it yet though.
Voice of Hell is now on 6930 upper sideband. That's kind of interesting. Skillicat 7 checked in, S9 plus 30 into Michigan right now at 1:30. Just caught the end of what sounded like an old KMFDM tune. Thanks for the Halloween show, Red Hat. Thanks for tuning in. Good to hear from you. It's been a long time. Glad to know you're still out there, somewhere under the stars. Two-sided dice in the mix as well. Good signal into central Michigan. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. The Mix Radio International feed, which is approaching a silly amount of posts by this point, as he always does. Saying hello to Mighty Quinn tonight. S9 Plus with signal, with Red Hat mentioning the mix is carrying the broadcast. The Three Musketeers are together again. Yes, indeed. Currents IT guy says bending the meter here in Western PA. Thanks for tuning in. Dr. Strangelove, let's see, 20 over and sounding great. Thanks for the show. Good music tonight on the program. So really enjoying spinning the tunes for you guys somewhere out there under the stars. Larry in Minnesota tuned in. He says, hey, Red Hat, you're about 10 over here with some fading. Great show as always. Doing a video again here also.
Hey, Red Hat.
Good to hear from you, bud. Glad to know you're still out there in the mix. Much appreciated on this side of the mic. Hope everything's going well with you and the YL in the shack tonight. We're enjoying a couple of beverages, as you can probably tell.
Whatever you could, give us a call.
6965 kilohertz is Psycho Radio here.
Hope everybody's enjoying the Halloween broadcast. Let's go ahead and let's check it out. Let's see what we got next here. Let's get it a little twisted, shall we?
Psycho Radio at 0200 UT.
Also saying hello to Scott. He said, first time listener, and I gotta say thanks. This is what nighttime radio should be. Not syndicated tripe. Keep it up. I will do my best, sir. Thank you very much for all that you do. This radio says been tuning to 68, 65 since I quit playing on 69, 55, but have been in and out tending to a fire outside. That sounds like a fantastic way to spend the night. I gotta tell you. That's my favorite thing to do. Sit outside in the middle of nowhere. Watch the embers glow. And watch the stars in the sky. Saying hello to Captain 068. Happy Halloween, all. XFM is very weak here, somewhere under the stars, and rain on Fort Hood in Oregon. Thank you, Red Hat, for the broadcast. Great to hear you. I'm sure Larry is doing another pirate radio video report somewhere under the stars in Minnesota. Yes, indeed.
Yes, I am.
He did indeed send me a notice that he was doing that. So appreciate all that he does with the XYL, hopefully, and maybe some wine or some other appropriate social lubricant, shall we say. I see that Psycho Radio is on 6965. There's another un-ID on 6935 upper sideband. The Voice of Hell is still doing whatever he is doing, so that is good. Thank you very much to Mix Radio International for carrying us on 6865 upper sideband for those of you critters out there that can't quite make it to our Sequam transmission on 4185. So thank you very much. On the HF Underground, saying good night and thank you to the likes of Resno, also NZK2, Al, Mulvania Poacher, Radio Cosmo, Radio Star, Felix Chackle, Mighty Quinn, also Current IT Guy, Dr. Strangelove, John Shue, Rob Rich, Curious George, Otto Vaughn, The Happy Wanker. Also on the HF Underground, thank you to Radio Cosmo and Zane, Motown, Lex, Captain J. Sparrow 68, Chris Lobdell. Also on the HF Underground, thank you very much and good night to the likes of CT Yankee, Mighty Quinn, MDK2, Resno, Mulvania Poacher, Chuck 54, also Zane, Treehouse Shortwave listener, Maxwell's Damon, Curious George, Butch Kid, Azimuth Coordinator, Traveling Wave, DX Bill, Snow Dog 2112. Always good to hear from you. Dr. Strangelove, Otto Vaughn, Felix Chappell, ZJ Nazik, Rob Rich, MDK2, Just Greg, Shortwave Listener, Killicat 7, Tin-Sided Dice, Charlie Don't Surf, and Bob Burt. Also Captain J. Sparrow 68 on the HF Underground. On email tonight, thank you and good night to Evan, Jesse, the Three Barkers 104, Chuck Collins, Jay, Scott, Outhouse Radio, Rick, Scott, Mike, RGJA Dakota, also thank you for your phone call, sir. William, Mike Snow, The Happy Wanker, Kyle Krieg, Tony Miller, Jay, also Skinny Flea, Larry Shantz, thank you very much for putting your video together this year. Also Richard Nowak, Captain, Mike, Hunter, and Jerry, thank you very much for your report. It's definitely been one of those weekends for the books, that's for sure. It's been awesome having all you guys along. Hope you have a great weekend, and hopefully a better week. I think we set our clocks back. Was it next weekend? I can't remember. I kind of wish they'd get rid of that stupid thing. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with one last track. It's music from the Deftones. It's one of my favorites. It's from their album White Pony from the year 2000, actually. The name of the track is called Passenger on XFM, music to the power of X. Seeing as how fall is firmly in our grasp, picture yourself in a T-top going down the highway, and the sound, the song blaring on the radio. A little help from James Keenan on vocals on this one. The name of the track is called Passenger on XFM. Looking at 2 minutes in front of 3 o'clock, Zulu, here at XFM. As always on email, xfmshortwave@gmail.com. 1 minute now in front of 3 o'clock. Thank you so much for this wonderful holiday weekend of Halloween. We'll see you guys next time, somewhere under the stars. Of course, I am your DJ Red Hat, spinning the tunes for you. Somewhere out there under the stars, broadcasting from east of the Rockies, but west of normal. Your computer speakers, SDRs, and tabletops, somewhere under the stars.
Broadcasting in Seahawk stereo from the United States of the world. This is XFM Shortwave, music to the power of X.
Well, there we have it. It's the following day after Halloween now, so I'm going to put together this video. But we captured a few stations there. The bands weren't too bad, I guess. XFM was the one that stood out as the strongest signal there, and usually does. A special shout out to you there, Red Hat. Good signal as always, and the transmitter was sounding great once again. So glad you enjoy this video every year. I'll try to do it again next year. 7-3 from Radio Ham Guy on YouTube. I'm Larry. This is going to be the 2022 Halloween Pirate Rack. It's 2022 already. Welcome to the Halloween Radio Pirate Radio activity.